Hello, my name's Scott, and today I'm just going to be doing a very quick tutorial on how to use the e-liquid calculator, which I've recently added to my website. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go along to www.e-cig-reviews.com, that's e-cig-reviews.com. On the left hand side here you'll find a list of links. Find the one that says e-liquid calculator and click on that, and that will bring up the actual calculator. Before I go any further though, I just want to say a big thank you to a guy called Brian, whose forum name is Laid In, who made this script for me. I never actually asked him to do it. He just randomly sent me an email saying, "Hi Scott, here's an e-liquid calculator which I've made for you if you'd like to use it." So thank you very much for that, mate. On the right hand side here you have a list of instructions on how to use it, and on the left hand side here you have the actual e-liquid calculator. The calculator has 6 fields which you will need to enter some information into. The first one is for your nicotine base strength. So say for example I've got some 54 milligram strength PG unflavoured e-liquid which I want to use as my base, then I'll just type in 54 there. The second field here is for your required nicotine strength. So say for example I want to make some 18 milligram strength e-liquid, then I'll type in 18 now. The next one is for your percentage of dilution using either distilled water or a drop of vodka. Now if you're using a PG based liquid, then you can just leave that at 5, or you can even change it to 0. It won't really make a fantastic amount of difference. However, if you're using a VG based liquid, then I'll definitely have that at least 5, or maybe even up to sort of 10%, because VG based liquids do come out very thick, and you need to have a little bit of distilled water or vodka just to help sort of thin it down a little. The next one is for your percentage of flavouring. Now the higher the percentage, the stronger the flavour, and the lower the percentage, the weaker the flavour. Now what I would advise is that you do a little bit of experimenting with small quantities to begin with, and once you have found the correct percentage of flavouring that you like, then obviously you can up the quantity that you want to make. And the next field is for the required quantity. So say for example I want to make a 20ml bottle of e-liquid, then I'll type in 20 there. And the last one here is for your drops per standard 1ml. Now see, each drop size will vary according to each dropper bottle, but on average you do get around sort of 20 drops per 1ml. So you can just not worry about this field here, just leave that as it is. Okay, so let's do an example then. I've got some 54 milligram strength PG unflavoured e-liquid which I'm going to use as a base, and I want to make some 18 milligram strength strawberry flavoured e-liquid. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go along to the first field here. I'm going to enter 54, which is my base strength of the e-liquid that I'm using. I'm then going to type in 18 because I want to make an 18 milligram strength e-liquid. For my percentage here, because I'm using PG, I can leave that at 5, or I can actually change it to 0. For this one I'm going to leave it at 5. I will add a little bit just to thin it out a touch. The next one here is going to be your percentage of flavouring. Again, I'm going to leave that as it is for the moment. And for my required quantity, I'm going to make a 10ml bottle, and so I'm going to type in 10. Once you've done all that, you haven't got to worry about this section here. So once you've entered all your fields correctly, press calculate, and that brings up a whole list of instructions for the ingredient or quantities for the ingredients that you need. So for this example then, to create a 18 milligram bottle of strawberry flavoured e-liquid, I'm going to need to have 66 drops or 3.3ml of my nicotine base e-liquid. I'm going to need 100 drops or 5ml of my some plain flavourless nicotine free VG or PG liquid. Like I said, I'm using PGs for this example, so I will need 100 drops or 5ml of just some plain PG liquid. For my I'm going to need 10 drops or 0.5ml of some distilled water or a little bit of alcohol. Vodka is the most common one used. And for my flavouring, I'm going to need to add 24 drops or 1.2ml of flavouring. So when I've added all those together into an empty dropper bottle, that will give me 10ml of 18 milligram strength strawberry flavoured e-liquid. Now with regards to the flavouring, just going back to that, what I would suggest is that, like I said, because flavouring will vary obviously on each individual, and also on what sort of flavours you're using. For example, the tobacco flavours from Flavour Art are very strong, so you may only need to make that something like 3%, and then that'll be plenty of flavour there. But on the other hand, some other flavours may be quite weak, so you might even need to increase that amount. But what I would suggest though is, like I said, start off by making a small quantity. So start off by making it just 1 ml, press calculate, and then I only need to use 7 drops of my base liquid, 10 drops of just plain old PG, 1 drop of the distilled water or vodka, and 2 drops of flavouring. And in that way I haven't wasted too much ingredients if I find it too weak or too strong. So then obviously I can, if I do like it as it is, then I can go back to this and I can make myself, for example, 100 millilitres of it, and then it tells you everything I need to know there. Okay, so hopefully that has explained it okay for you. Incidentally, while you are on the website, if you do fancy taking a browse, if you look on the left hand side here, you've got a list of categories. You've got your super mini e-cigs, your mini e-cigs, your classics, what I call performance e-cigs, your custom built ones, your cigars, your pipes, your liquids. Plus I've got user guide videos and tutorial videos as well. So if you click on the super mini, then that brings up a whole list of different e-cigs that I've reviewed in that range. And the same thing with the mini ones and your classics and your performance ones. You've got the Tornado, the Prodigy, the 905, the Copper, the GG Transformer. And I've got loads more videos that I'm going to be adding as soon as I get a chance as well. And incidentally, I've got a forum as well, so if you fancy coming along and join up and saying hi, it's full of really nice friendly people, except that guy there, he's a real pain in the ass. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and come along and visit my website at www.e-cigreviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, bye bye.